like this is the thing with the conversational approach, right? It is about questioning. It's like the questioning in of itself is hypnotic because the clients will hear your question, interpret it their own way, and like Jason said, form more questions that are going to be better questions for them to find their own answer. So really, you are just the person who will ask your question based on the answer that they gave you, and the client does everything. Like there were a few times there where like exactly what you said, Jason, when you're like there were more questions and you actually asked yourself the questions out loud, and I was just like, "Oh, great question.
Is that the
Find the
point
answer."
of is that the point of asking in the shortest way
Yes,
possible?
yes. Yes. And if you've also noticed throughout the whole thing, when you watch the demo, my questions are very succinct. And there were questions here in the chat from Giselle and Rosalito, and I just made it a little bit shorter. Just because the more succinct you are, just the better it is for the client to absorb and think about and interpret their own way so that they can further ask their question, if that makes sense, right? Just very succinct, very in as little words as possible. And if you've noticed throughout the whole thing, there was a lot of this, which was silence. Shut the fuck up. Let client think about it. Can you imagine, Jason, if I just kept on talking? Like how
Yeah, I would have come out of it so many times.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you can
I
see
can
how silent I
yeah.
was.
I can remember a
Why?
couple of times where you asked something and it was so short and kind of vague, and that just made me like, what does that mean? And
Exactly.
yeah, that's the confusion, right?
Yep.
And
That's the
then
point.
that started the whole like, yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots going on sometimes there. And it wasn't
Tons.
always like thoughts, it was, a mixture of like thinking and like feeling things. And then, yeah, it was, yeah,
Awesome.
it's good.
And
Very,
that
very
go
weird
ahead.
being on that side of it. Yeah.